Hey, what's up, y'all? Chad with Southern Reliable Lawn Care. I appreciate you tuning back in for another video today. And in today's video, I'll be showing you how I replaced the PTO drive belt in my 2023 Toro Turfmaster HDX. So let's get right into it. So just a quick backstory. I got this Toro Turfmaster HDX December 30th, 2023. I'm actually filming this video December 30th, 2024. So I wanted to get this video out for you guys, and I'm actually gonna be recording another video with an in-depth 1-year review on this bad boy, this Toro. I don't know the hours, but I guess it's definitely over 50 hours with how much I had to use it this year. This is the first time I had to replace the belt on it. I couldn't find many videos on YouTube on the Turfmaster HDX model. I did see the Turfmasters and the Time Masters. Those seem to be maybe a little bit easier, or this actually might be the easiest. I'll let you guys decide that, but I'll get really in depth with this how-to video with a voiceover, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right to it. So the Turfmaster HDX did go down on me. The PTO drive belt completely snapped. It just got dry rotted, and over time, this is what happens to your belts, guys, if you don't replace them in time. So don't do what I do. If you're seeing any kind of fraying or cracking, go ahead and replace these belts. I picked up 2 belts. This is the part number if you need to pause the video. It is an EXMARK part, but it does work for Toro as well, as they're pretty much the same machine. So pro tip, if you own a Toro Turfmaster, you're gonna wanna leave the deck cover, the plastic cover on the deck. You probably want to leave most of those screws either loose or just completely off. You know, that way it's easier to get in and fix. If you drive a Ford, you probably know what I'm talking about. But you know, you're in there so often, you might as well keep the hood popped. But yeah, you might as well keep the hood popped. Might as well keep this deck cover. You know, only 2 bolts. That way it's super easy to get it on and off. With that being said, I just hand tight the 2 front bolts to hold this plastic cover on. It does the job, and that way I can get in here when I need to clean things up and not having to mess with those 2 back bolts. So I hope that helps. I'm just taking off the cover here so I can get to this frayed up, broken belt. I will be taking off this collar first thing. So this collar will need to be taken off first. You got these 2 bolts here on each side that holds that collar around the belt. And this is the belt we need to get off. So this collar does have to come off, guys. First thing first, this will be your first step. Get this collar off and place it to the side. So once you get this collar off, you'll actually be able to slide the belt completely out if it snapped completely. If it hasn't snapped completely, you'll have to wait till a little bit later here in the video to see how I get to that back pulley to get either the old belt off or the new belt on. But here I'm just easily able to pull it all through because it's completely gone. So don't do what I do. Replace your belt before it gets this bad. It shouldn't go down. I did have to come home in the middle of my route, the middle of my day, to get the Skag SFC30, and you know, I had to finish the route with the Skag. So this is the belt. It's completely gone here, and yeah, it's pretty bad, guys. Don't do this. Yeah, so definitely don't wait this long, guys. But I do want to show you, you know, this is what happens when you let it go. And you know, just busy. I should have replaced this belt halfway through the season when it started to fray up on me. But this can happen from heat and just breakdown. This is a wear item, so it's not covered under warranty or anything like that. You will have to replace it yourself. These belts were pretty cheap. Here I'm just fitting the new belt in. It has to kind of slide through a little goalpost, like a little soccer goalpost, for lack of better terms, further deeper into the mower before it gets to that rear pulley. And here I'm going to slide it off the rear pulley or the front pulley to give me more slack and all slack towards the rear. And before you turn your mower onto its side, just make sure that fuel is shut off. And I wanted to leave most of the footage in here to show you that I was tinkering with a lot of different things trying to get to the back pulley. There wasn't much footage on YouTube that I could find for the Turfmaster HDX that kind of showed me what to do. So I would recommend not even messing with this little striped flap here, this little striped kit flap, this plastic cover, whatever you want to call it. I tinkered with it for so long trying to get it off and get this transmission loosened up, but it really didn't help anything. But here is the window back by your mulching plug, where you open your flap and change out the mulching plug to your bag. This is a little transmission window, and this is the transmission pulley I'm messing with here, and the transmission V-belt going around a couple different pulleys. This belt does have to come off before you get the old PTO drive belt off or get the new PTO drive belt on. Here I already have the new drive belt on. I could not get everything on footage as it was very tight quarters in there. So here I'm just showing you the little black V-belt is the transmission V-belt there. That will have to come off. It has a tensioner pulley that kind of holds everything tight in there, and I was able to move that tensioner pulley by hand and slip that belt off, and that allowed me to get the new blue PTO drive belt on, as you see there, and you see it's through that little field goal post, a little soccer goal post there. So it is very tight quarters. I don't believe you'll have to loosen the transmission at all. Here's that little pulley that I was telling you, the little tensioner pulley holding the transmission on. But yeah, I loosened all these bolts underneath, and I don't feel that it was necessary, so I just wanted to show you guys that I did loosen a lot underneath, and it really had no effect, as I was able to just get that transmission belt off by hand. I took off all kinds of covers and transmission bolts underneath, and it really did nothing. So don't do that, guys. Has no effect. Just use this window here. It's one bolt, and you can get this black transmission belt off by hand, and then slide your new PTO drive belt on and not have to deal with any of the stuff underneath that I'm showing you right now. But here we're back to the front. Since I had that rear pulley or rear belt on the rear pulley, now I'm just working on getting the belt onto the front. It does take a little bit of finessing, guys. So what I end up doing here, you'll see in just a second, you'll have to rotate the pulley with you to kind of help get that belt on. But you want to start on one side and then rotate the pulley, and that'll help kind of snap it down. And you'll see here, I'll have to kind of play with it. I didn't want to cut too much out because I wanted you guys to see that you can struggle with it a little bit. It's not easy. It's a tight fit. It's a new belt. But here I kind of go the other way with it and kind of rotate it, and it just snaps right down perfectly. So that's just a little quick tip on how to get that on. And now it's nice, and it fits good. So here I'm going to put the collar back on the front to hold that belt on. I'll get everything kind of tightened up underneath, get this little back window tightened up, but you can see the belt, the new belt's on there. And that wraps it up, guys. I appreciate it if you made it this far in the video. And if you have any questions, just drop them down below. I'll make sure to get to them. And if I didn't get to anything in this video and you're maybe stuck doing this on your own, just go ahead and comment, drop a comment, and I'll try to help you out. So thank you, guys. If you made it this far, please drop a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you.